Politics. Donald Trump was scheduled to announce his vice presidential running mate tomorrow. That, however, has been postponed, he says, because of the attack in France.
Trump appeared at multiple fundraisers here in Southern California today, including one at his own home in Beverly Hills and another in Bel Air, where tickets cost up to $449,000 per couple.
Well, some of that money goes to Trump. The rest goes to the Republican National Party and next week's GOP convention, which occurs in Cleveland. KCAL 9 political reporter Bryan now joins us with more on Trump's VP choice, or his choice to kind of delay that. Dave?
Well, Jeff, these latest developments, including the delayed announcement about Trump's running mate that'll come on Saturday. These announcements come after presidential candidates called into cable news shows tonight to talk about the French attack, following a frenzied day of reports about Trump's VP choice. CBS News reports Indiana Governor Mike Pence landed at a private airport in New Jersey Thursday evening and headed to a dinner with Donald Trump. This on a day when CBS News reports Trump chose Pence to be his running mate.
I support Donald Trump. I think he's got the right vision for this country.
He served 6 terms in Congress, and during those 12 years he carved out a record of social and economic conservatism and became a favorite of the Tea Party. But Pence endorsed Texas Senator Ted Cruz in the Indiana primary.
I see Ted Cruz as a principled conservative who's dedicated his career to advocating the Reagan agenda.
California Republican National Committee member Sean Steele says Pence gives the ticket perfect balance.
Pence burns cool and Trump burns hot. Pence is trusted throughout the country. He knows the Congress very well. He was the top leader.
But Pence did come under fire last year when he signed a bill which critics charged allowed businesses to deny services to gays, lesbians, transsexuals, or anyone else whose lifestyle was frowned upon by their religion. After a national firestorm erupted, Pence ordered the law to be amended.
It's been a tough week here in the Hoosier State.
Orange County Log Cabin Republicans Vice President Nestor Moto Jr. would support a Trump-Pence ticket, but acknowledges that the controversial law that Pence signed could make it a hard sell in the LGBT community.
We have work to do as Log Cabin Republicans, regardless if Mike Pence was the vice presidential nominee or not. I think now we just have even more work to do.
Are we ready for Hillary?
Hillary Clinton, whose Democratic convention takes place the week after the Republicans, was auditioning Senator Tim Kaine, one of her possible running mates, at a rally in Northern Virginia.
Do you want a "you're fired" president or a "you're hired" president?
Both Clinton and Trump called into the cable news channels Thursday evening with their thoughts about the impact of the terror attack in France on the United States.
We can't let people from terrorist states and all of these people pour into our country. And we're allowing thousands of people, we have no idea who they are. She created ISIS with her stupid policies.
Trump has said this repeatedly and has been called out for his blatant lies about it. I've said, when it comes to refugees, we should only let people into this country after we have thoroughly screened them, no matter how long that takes.
Now, one more convention-related development tonight. Politico reports organizers of the Republican National Convention have made an urgent request for $6 million from billionaire Las Vegas hotel casino owner Sheldon Adelson to cover the bills for next week's festivities. Politico says the organizers are still millions of dollars short of what they owe and don't have a lot of time left to make it up. Susie?